Howdy campers, and welcome back to another episode of Collection Log Completionist, the series where every episode is so similar it's like weekly deja vu. This week we're spending it all at Duradaddy Slayer, so I hope you guys enjoy. And that is the task completed. Let's see here what we can get next. DK is nice. Well, that was awkward. I got a nice happy birthday call from my dad right as I was gearing up for DK's. So I was like, you know what? I'll just send the DK's trip anyway. And very first kill on Supreme before I've even started my recording. And I'm just worried about not dying trying to set up DK's. I get an Archer's ring. We are down to only missing the Sears ring and the Siracle now, actually. So we're getting pretty close to finishing up all non-pets here at DK's. He just loves dropping me axes, doesn't he? My good old buddy, the Rune Square Shield, back at it again. Hey, here we go. Siracle, baby. Now just the Sears ring, and then we're done. Well, with everything but pets, of course. And the pets are going to take forever. Yet another D-Axe? I swear, this can't be normal to get this many D-Axes. What do we got next? Bloodveld's very nice. TzHaar's. When I was showing off this barraging method last video, one of the comments said that I could use like a blowpipe or something in order to aggro them a little bit easier, and that made me realize I just recently bought a crossbow, so I can use the crossbow to aggro them, and that has a pretty long range, and let me tell you, it makes barraging these TzHaars significantly easier. So 10 out of 10, definitely would recommend a crossbow if you're going to be barraging TzHaars long term. Also, another commenter pointed out that I misspoke a little bit. In reality, it is the Zill that drop the knife and sword that I still need, and it's the Ket that drop the armor. I'm pretty sure I got them swapped the other way around. Also, I said that the Medges are the ones that call for their friends, but that's not actually true. It's the smaller gray ones that do that. So thank you guys for pointing that out in the comments. I really appreciate it. Whoops. Well, that's 500k down the drain. That is not great. Hello? I swear if I die here, I'm gonna be pissed. Well, I'm definitely dead this time. Damn you, ISP. Another 500k down the drain. As much as I'd love to blame Jagex servers on that last one, because they've been iffy lately, I really can't. It was definitely my internet, because Discord and everything else also went down, even though my computer said there was nothing wrong with my internet connection. So I'm writing a letter to Xfinity as we speak, asking for a refund for my 500k, or the equivalent in US dollars. And while we're at it, we might as well say that the first death was also their fault too, because it definitely was that and not me running out of prayer and getting smacked by Supreme. Thank yous. Black Dragons. Drakes, that I'll definitely take. I believe it's just the claw that we're missing. We're missing one of the two drops there. Back-to-back dragon maces from Drakes? What is this? DKs with all the dragon equipment? Ooh, a Drake's Tooth, unfortunately. So that confirms it. It's the claw we are looking for. Ooh, Calphites. This is something I think I've barely ever shown, but most of the time when I'm AFKing, I'm probably cutting redwoods because I still don't have the beaver pet. And I've been using an infernal axe, but Just today, I bought another crystal tool seed in order to make a crystal axe. Now, the crystal axe won't burn logs to give me fire making XP, but it is a bit better at cutting logs. And right now, I'm at like a little over an hour and a half, and I'm averaging 73,000 woodcutting XP, which is actually significantly better than what I was getting before. I was probably getting like 60, 65k before. So not only is it cutting into my fire making XP before 200 mil, but it's also giving me more woodcutting XP per hour, and in turn giving me a slightly better chance at beaver. And while we're here, I guess I should show my woodcutting XP. We're at 46 million XP without pet. Probably a solid 20, maybe 25 million of that is at teaks, but a good portion of post 99 XP has been from redwoods. It's pretty much just my go-to for AFKing. That was an occult necklace, very nice. I was kind of surprised we hadn't gotten a cult for so long. This is like our 4th Thermi task and we're finally getting another occult, very nice. That is the task completed. I think I managed to do this entire task all in one trip. Just goes to show why I love the maging method so much at Thermi. It just makes it so much more chill. Mithril dragons, sure. Worms, nice. Gargoyles. Don't really feel like doing grotesque guardians, but I guess I'll do a little bit. Are you fucking kidding me? Ooh, 103 Slayer. Also, I'm trying to get the 20 kills in one trip task right now, so we swap to a Blood Fury. It's going decent so far. We've got plenty of food, and I've just been flicking my piety prayer, so we should be good, I think. Wow, we're on like 13 kills, and we haven't gotten any potion drops. It is combat potions, I mean. Because I even brought crystal dust for him, but I guess we're gonna have to ball it without him. And that is kill number 20 in a row. I don't know if it's really worth like doing these super long trips like this, especially since I never got a combat pot, so I've just been unpotted this whole time. So probably not worth it there, but it's kind of cool. It's kind of nice just like chillaxing and not having to constantly be going back, but there we go. We finally got ourselves some combat pots. The whole reason why I brought this was that I can make some divine potions, just like that. But we'll see how long this trip even goes past now. That is 755 KC, and I think I'm going to be done here at Guardians for now, just because I can never do a full task here. It just gets so long. Ooh, TzHaar's. Another obby cape. Interesting. More gargoyles? No thanks, I'll skip that. Dark beasts. Grotesque's nice. Back to Bloodvelds, I guess. Ooh, Fossil Island wyverns. I just unblocked these not too long ago. So now we can get on the Fossil Island wyvern grind. Just to give you guys a rundown on Fossil Island wyverns, since not a lot of people kill them unless you're a collection logger, and the last time I killed them was probably on my maxing grind over a year and a half ago. So what we're looking for here is the Wyvern Visage, which is a 1 in 12,000 from the spitting, long-tailed, or taloned wyverns. It is 1 in 10k from ancient wyverns, but not really worth it because they're considerably higher level. Also, we don't have the granite boots, which is a much lower drop rate, like a 1 in a couple thousand, I believe. So we should definitely get those much quicker. There's a little bit of a debate between some people on whether or not the spitting wyverns or the long-tailed wyverns are better, because the spitting wyverns are a little bit lower of a combat level, so they're slightly quicker to kill, but the long-tailed wyverns only attack with melee, so it's a little bit easier there. Overall, I've heard people prefer spitting wyverns, so that's where I'm going to be sticking at least for now. And on this task, I had a DFS, but they have a icy breath similar to skeletal wyverns that will freeze you and stop you from moving or attacking. So I'm definitely going to be picking up an ancient wyvern shield so that I can protect myself from that icy breath. And it's only like 16 mil, so it's not very expensive and definitely worth it. Ooh, Thermi. Another jar of smoke, really? Okay then. Is that number 2? I think that's just number 2. And I think that Jar of Smoke is a bit more common from Thermi, but I'd have to double check on that. Jar of Smoke is 1 in 2,000, so it's a little bit more common than some of the other jars that are 1 in 3,000, but I mean in reality, the jar drop rates are all over the place, so who knows. I swear Jagex can't just come up with a concrete drop rate for jars, but I suppose it kind of makes sense because some of the jars, like the one at Thermi, was actually released way after Thermi had been out. So I know there were a lot of people that had like done thousands of kills, got pet, completed log, and then had to go back just for jar. Ooh, another occult necklace, nice. Dark piece, nice. Blue dragons. I kind of feel like doing some Vorkath, so let's do that. Here we are at Vorkath, and we're just doing a basic range setup. Unfortunately, you don't really get any bonus at Vorkath when on a Slayer task because the Salve Amulet EI and the Slayer Helm don't stack, but I wanted a good excuse to do some more Vorkath anyway. And most of you guys probably don't know this, but I do have a bit of experience here at Vorkath 5000 KC. We did spoon the skeletal visage super early. I think that was way before I was doing videos even. And then we're still just missing the Jar of Decay and the pet. So hopefully we can do a couple 100 KC here, make a little bit of money, and maybe get a new collection log slot. I didn't actually realize this until I was editing the video, but the Archer's Ring and Circle from earlier actually put us up to 1053 total slots, which puts us in the top 100 on the collection log high scores on collectionlog.net. So if you want to take a look at my collection log and see some of the other top loggers, you can go to collectionlog.net and see all of them there. It's basically the unofficial high scores for collection loggers. I don't know how other people feel about watching themselves on high scores, but I always find it fun to watch myself kind of slowly climb up the ranks. It's very motivating for me. But that's all I've got for this week. So take care, and until next time, happy camping.